Hi, I'm Mark Renberg here in the beautiful seaside town of Marion, Massachusetts, and welcome to the first episode of Electric Revolution. Each show will feature an area of interest or concern for new and used car buyers, auto enthusiasts, and technology buffs. So whether you're ready to join the Drive Electric Revolution today or just a little EV curious, we've got some electrifying videos charging your way. Did you know that the number 2 decision factor for choosing a new car is simply the appeal of the styling? This according to many years of J.D. Power consumer surveys. Number 1 is expected reliability, which we'll cover for plug-ins in a future show. But on today's episode, you won't find the sexy Model S, as its price point is prohibitive for most buyers, nor the reasonably priced Nissan Leaf, or Ford C-Max Energy plug-in hybrid. Objectively, these otherwise excellent and affordable plug-ins just don't make it to the finals in the looks department. This episode is all about going electric in style, but on a budget. Every car featured on this list, be it a pure battery electric or a plug-in hybrid, which is an EV with a backup plan, can be purchased for under $30,000 after incentives, and several can be had for under $25,000. So without further ado, let's count down the 7 best looking affordable cars that drive electric. We're back here in Marion, Massachusetts, where one of the town's 2 electric vehicles is actually a Kia Soul EV. With tasteful exterior styling touches that make it cool enough even for the most hip hamsters, the Kia Soul EV is a stylized box on wheels that delivers 93 miles of EPA-rated range. Available 2-tone color scheme and mirrors with integrated LED turn signals adds flair. Pure EV and has no gas engine to keep cool, the front grille with an integrated charge port is closed off, and it gives a different look for better aerodynamics. Kia was smart enough to include room underneath the vehicle for the drive battery, allowing for ample passenger and cargo room. The new for 2017 tall hatchback, which Chevrolet insists is a compact crossover, also delivers the most range for the dollar. After a $7,500 federal tax credit, it's just under $30,000 while serving up 238 miles of range. With such a big battery, GM engineers were able to give it sizable horsepower and torque, allowing the Bolt to sprint from 0 to 30 in just 2.9 seconds and 0 to 60 in 6.5 hot hatch seconds, quicker than the other electrics in its class. But this is about looks, right? No, the Bolt is not exactly sex on wheels, but it is a practical daily driver car made in Detroit that's meant to appeal to as many Americans as it possibly can. So, judging simply by it as a modern tall hatch, the lines and styling are not jarring from any angle. And inside, it's roomy, thanks in part to the battery on the floor. 95 cubic feet. That volume is right up there with the Tesla Model S. Making a compact hatchback look sharp is something they've long figured out at Volkswagen. The e-Golf may look familiar because it's designed like the Golf. The e-Golf's front end additionally features large C-shaped LED running lights and a thin blue accent stripe across a stylish plate that substitutes for the gas car's grille. Above and beyond the standard look, the e-Golf also wears the new headlights, taillights, front fenders, and bumpers from the refreshed Europe market Golf that the regular gasoline-powered Golf won't see until 2018. VW has done an excellent job with the packaging of the battery so that neither the passenger space nor the cargo area are compromised. And the car is noted for remarkably solid acceleration, handling, and ride, although a bit stiff. If you like German engineering style in an affordable package, the e-Golf is your car. New plug-in hybrid cousins Hyundai Sonata PHEV and Kia Optima PHEV tie for the 4th position. As they are really from the same Korean automaker, these vehicles share the same basic 2.0-liter gasoline electric powertrain and a 9.8 kilowatt-hour battery. Not surprising then, they offer similar all-electric range and electric hybrid performance. The Sonata has an all-electric range of 27 miles and 39 mpg on gas beyond that, for 590 miles total range. Meanwhile, the Optima just edges out the Sonata's EV range and efficiency with 29 miles on electric and 40 miles per gallon on gas. The Chevrolet Volt in 2016 became the first plug-in car to undergo a comprehensive redesign. The second generation Volt, with its 53 miles of all-electric range, still retains the title for the most EV range of the plug-in hybrids on this list. It also has greater hybrid MPG and more total range than its predecessor, 42 miles per gallon and 420 miles total range. What's more, the extended range electric Volt, which zips from 0 to 30 in just 2.5 seconds, right quick, and is totally unique among other plug-in hybrid electrics, as it lets you floor it in the EV mode without the engine even coming on. Our only complaint about the Volt is the rear passenger space, particularly the center position. That is, unless you're an infant in a rear-facing child seat. While it has a few nods to its predecessor, it is widely considered more appealing and handsome. Lines are more sculpted and pointier, yet rounder on the nose, and sharing the more aggressive look that the recent Chevy Camaro, Impala, Malibu, and of course the Cruze have all adopted. Our number 2 best looker was probably the easiest pick to make. The Ford Fusion Energy. It's been almost universally praised as a good-looking sedan. And except for a few accents and the charge port, the Energy looks a little different than the other flavors of Fusion. The sleek profile is highlighted by thin roof pillars and sweeping character lines, and a trapezoidal-shaped grille that has made the Fusion a standout among mid-sized sedans. The Energy model and its less attractive sibling, the C-Max Energy, each provide 19 miles of EV range, which is still enough for half of drivers to stay virtually gasoline-free on their commutes, followed by an additional 400+ miles of hybrid range at a respectable 38 miles per gallon. We also credit the Fusion Energy with great looks in the interior and a spacious ergonomic front and back, and ding it only for the intrusive battery pack in the trunk. This prevents fold-down seats and eats some luggage room, but the vehicle all told is a nice-looking proposition. And finally, hands down, our most attractive plug-in car is the pending Tesla Model 3, an all-electric vehicle whose looks, lines, and curves pretty much speak for themselves, and are expected to fare well against entry-level BMWs, Audis, and Mercedes. This is also the fastest vehicle on our list, with a 0 to 60 time of around 6 seconds. And with an expected over 200 miles of all-electric range and the ability to supercharge, this car looks as good away from home as it does in town. Refundable reservations to the tune of $1,000 have already been plunked down by hundreds of thousands of buyers. Well, thank you for watching our first episode of Electric Revolution. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider donating a couple of dollars through Patreon, or more if you can. This will allow us to bring you more interesting, fun, and informative shows like this one. I'm Mark Renberg, the electric car guy. Live acoustic and drive electric. And with the ability to supercharge and the ability to plunk down by hundreds of thousands of buyers. Hundreds of thousands of buyers. Hundreds of thousands of buyers.